everybody, today we are working with the Cocoa Vanilla Daydream line, and there's a lot of really cool items in this line. First off, the gorgeous papers. Look how beautiful these are. They're amazing. Gorgeous, gorgeous papers. I've cut this one up a little bit. These, and then these are the back sides. Okay. Absolutely stunning papers. And some of the add-ons. This is the sticker sheet, the die cut titles, die cut ephemera, these puffy, fluffy hearts. And then there's also a sequin package, of which I did not purchase myself, but these are some of the items we will be using today to make an awesome creation. So come join me. So I am going to start my background page using this awesome wood grain sheet. And I'm taking this sheet as well, and I'm going to cut this down, which I already did, and which you can too, and put it there. The reason I chose this positioning, because you see the white dots here, is because I plan on having my title here, pictures here, so this kind of gives it those areas that aren't going to be covered up. So first thing I'm going to do is add my adhesive to the area and tack this down. I really like my Glue Arts or Glue Glider Pro. You can use any adhesive that works for you. Okay, so with me, I never really ever measure, and I know a lot of people do. I'm an eyeballer, so I just eyeball it. So there, we got that tacked down now. So the next things I'm going to do, so I've already matted two of my pictures, and this is a road trip I just went on, and that was the paper I just cut. So I'm going to layer them like so. And this is usually how I start off. I put my pictures where I'd like to put them, and then I start working around that. So I'd already cut this, and I'm going to put that under there. Just find exactly where you want to have it. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ink it. So with this one, I think I'm going to ink this with a blue, and I'm going to use Tim Holtz's Stormy Sky on that. I'm also going to ink the outside edge of this, and I'm going to use Tim Holtz's Gathered Twigs on that one. So we've got out our blending tool. I am just going to get out another blending tool, and now we're going to just layer this like so. Take those layers off, and now we're going to ink. So this I'm going to cut down. I don't want it the full length, and I'm just going to use my scissors to snip that off. Just try and make a straight edge. Pop that off. And now we are going to ink this up. This Cocoa Vanilla line. Cocoa Vanilla is from out in Australia. It is absolutely beautiful, and to be honest, I really like all of their lines they put out. Their Legendary line was wonderful as well. They've had many, many beautiful lines come out of there. Alright, so we ink that up. Now we're going to add some of our adhesive. And we're going to tack that down. Like so. So just eyeball it. There you go. And see how that kind of adds some dimension to it because you added the ink. Otherwise it might kind of just blend. So on the outside edge here, I'm going to do it slightly different. You don't even have to ink it, but you could if you wanted to. Maybe we should leave it. Should we leave it? Maybe we'll leave it, you know, we'll leave that. See how we're changing the game as we go. But I am going to ink the outside edges of our pictures and our mat. So do that. Again, just add some depth. Okay, and then we'll do our second one. You don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. But blue seemed like the natural color just because there's a lot of blue in the pictures. And that's also why I chose that color for the mat. Alrighty, so there's that. So now we're going to pop these back on where we had them. See, it kind of adds a little oomph to it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out some of the things that I want to go on this page. Let's see. Bear with me here. I'm going to put this there somewhere. My title is going to be Our Happy Place. So it's just a matter of lining things up. And I'm going to ink the title. So it'll look something like that. And I'm going to ink this. I'm not going to ink this one because it's pretty much the same color, so it's not going to really show up. Okay, so I'm going to move this down, but not off of our page, and go like that. Yeah, it gives us a little bit of an idea. So we're going to ink this title. Just a little bit. You don't have to get into every single crevice and curve. But it sure is, I just love these colors. Like, I find it with a lot of Coco Vanilla's projects and the products that they put out and whatnot, that they just use absolutely beautiful colors, and the quality of their products is amazing. I know in many stores it's a little bit more, partly because they're coming from Australia, but you know what, honestly, it's really worth it because they do a phenomenal job on the different things that they make, and they have an amazing design team too. So kudos to the Coco Vanilla design team. Alright, so there we go. So we did that. So now we're on to the next step. So now I've tacked down everything we have on our page. I foam mounted this so it's raised, and I foam mounted this. Everything else is flat, because I'm trying to bring out that it's happy, and I just wanted this raised because it's on top of another picture, and we're going to slide some things around. So the next thing we're going to do is a little bit more inking, and what we're going to ink is some flowers and different elements of ephemera that are going to go onto our page. Look how pretty that is. Such nice graphics and different images that they use. What's your favorite Coco Vanilla line? I'd have to say this one and Legendary really topped it lately for me. There's a few more that I've bought lately too, but these ones they're right up there for me. Okay, lots of pretty flowers. that. Yeah, so I'm not talking your ear off. I know a lot of people don't like people that talk a lot, so don't know if that's any of you guys, but you probably don't want to hear me talk all the time. You want to see actually what I'm doing, so here you go. But yeah, so here is our die cuts. And now what we're going to do, like I said, we have this here too, but I'm going to wait because I'm going to slide this under some of the flowers that we're going to put on. So first things first is trying to figure out where we want to put some of these. You could put these on here, although that's not probably where I want to put that. I'm thinking down here. Like so. You could, same thing, you could put that there. We'll have to think about that one. Like that. There's so many different things you could do, and I don't want to cover up my picture. So, as little as possible, if that is possible. Don't mind so much on the sand area, on the rocky area, because you get the picture that it's sand. So that's not so bad. This would go in there somewhere. I'd like to cover that up a little bit. And this one we could put in there somehow. Figure that out. Anyways, so there's those. You could put this one in here, but you don't have to. A few different ideas. And then I was going to put this in here. So that, and then I've got some elements I want to put in here from the sticker sheet. So that's essentially what we're going to do. So now we're going to tack it down. And again, this is where your foam mounting squares come in handy. And when I'm putting these on, I don't usually put a lot. And I keep it away from the outside edges so you can always slide things underneath. Because once you put them down, sometimes it's hard to remove them. So you want to take that into account. I'm going to raise this a little bit. So put that there. I go through a lot of foam mounting squares, to be honest. So I use them a lot. Okay, that element there. If you guys ever have any questions about anything that I create, please do not hesitate to ever ask. I'm also available on Instagram and Facebook. I have a blog as well. And you can always email me at irememberwhen@shaw.ca. So just so you know that there's always a way to contact me if you need to. Okay, so that's what we got with this. This I am going to just tack down because we're going to slide it underneath our fleurs. Okay, so there's like that. And then we're going to tack this down. The Good Life. And you know, for having been in a pandemic this year, I actually went on a few road trips, and it was sure nice to get away and actually see the countryside and see where you're actually from. It's kind of nice. All right, there's that. And then we are going to put a mounting square on this one as well. And then this, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to put it here. So there's that. There's this one here that we need to still tack down. And we've also got some sticker sheets, like I showed you previously. We've got these. So this is also an option. One thing I had thought about putting up here was maybe some butterflies. So on the sticker sheet, and I believe we actually had dies as well, but there are 2 butterflies. So I'm going to put those up here. And I'm going to have them maybe go this way. Like that. And then I am going to pop dot this one. So you have one lower and one raised. Like so. And anybody who knows my scrapbooking knows that I really like word stickers and word letters and adding that kind of thing. Yeah, so I'm going to put this in here. And this word just says together. There's a little getaway, just my husband and I. Yep. So that, and I'm going to put this one maybe up here. And then these hearts, these are actually die cuts, so they need to be adhered. So I'm going to put some foam mounting squares on them as well. The little guy, we're going to have to cut that one because it's too big. You could use smaller ones, but I have the bigger ones out right now. All right. And then you can tack these on as well. All right. And I think instead of the flower, I'm going to put these here. And we could have inked these, but I didn't. Okay, so there's that. I did have a third picture, and I made a small picture because sometimes I think things look nice in 3s that you could have tacked on here as well, but I didn't add this one. You could have put it somewhere else on the page, but I just left it. So that is that. Now we're just going to add a little bit of writing. Get a good pen here where I can write what we want to say. All right, and this was a trip to the Canadian Rocky Mountains, so that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to say Banff, Cowboy Trail, and Yoho, Fall 20. And that's it. That is our page. So hopefully you enjoyed that. It's just a little bit of the Cocoa Vanilla Daydream line, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's in stores now, and I recommend playing around with this, checking out the Cocoa Vanilla other projects that people have created and the different products that they have in store, and have fun. Happy crafting, and don't forget to like this page and subscribe to my feed. So have a great day, stay safe, and happy crafting.